Mister?
Mister? Hey, fellas. You, mister, excuse me. I've had better days, that's for sure. Evening.
Fascinating open.
You mind your business, I'll mind mine. Anyway, how's it going with you? Okay, well, all the best now.
Goodbye.
Good as you can be.
Glad to hear of it.
Hey there! Looking for some entertainment?
Ticket for one, please.
Head straight through those double doors.
Thank you! Thank you, hello! Greetings! Thank you for your obeisance. Truly, I am Aldridge T. Abington, tasked with bringing you the greatest show in Saint-Denis, or for that matter, the whole world. I have the foresight and fortitude to bring you acts that, when exhibited together, comprise the most amusing actors, captivating performers, and feats of amazement for your emotional, spiritual, and psychological enhancement. My delight in acquisitiveness began at an early age, when I was the proprietor of a tiny dog circus, which tragically perished in a tavern fire. Yes, thank you. Oh, my little babies. But that's another story. Let us prepare now for a phenomenal evening. From my time in France, I met these lovely girls who would dance and expose their bloomers for a piece of molasses candy. Oh, what a delight. I bring you the girls of Petit Flaneur in Gay Paris. Majestic! Have you ever seen such a thing? I'm all a quiver, I can tell you. I bring you the most incredible singer of serpents this side of the swamp. From LaGrasse she is, speaking in that battered tongue, but bringing us a show unlike any other. The mysterious Maya. All right then.
Is that poisonous?
I know how to dance with a snake, too.
She's good with that.
You be quiet, I'm trying to enjoy the show.
Good David, you want gun?
Leave me alone. I'll holler if I want to.
That snake doesn't look good.
I will kill you.
That is just something.
I like this exotic lady.
Come on, that's no way to handle it. You are crazy, lady.
Please stop that racket!
I've seen his mistresses. It's truly unbelievable. Runs on that one gun every damn night.
Already popping up.
Holy cow!
That snake loves you.
Get him home, he's a mess. Is she really gonna kiss that thing?
Yeah, honey, kiss that snake. Come on, kiss it. King on French kiss.
We're just starting to have fun.
Whoa! Amazing! If only Eve danced so well with her devil, maybe humanity would still live in a garden of innocent grandeur rather than a pit of depravity and despair. While traveling in the hills of Bavaria, my olfactories were disturbed by a monstrous manure cart in front of me. I was surprised to find it wasn't pulled by a beast of burden, but instead by a mighty woman as strong as an ox. I present to you the great Hortensia.
Yeah! Ha! As strong as an ox she is. Oh my god, I can't watch.
Is he really a lady? Incredible! I hear that all the women of Bavaria undertake that very ritual on their wedding night. It has been my pleasure entertaining you this evening. Each day is one less until our last. Distraction is our greatest joy. Good night until next time.
Please begin board.
Why don't you come on back tomorrow?
All aboard.
And how are you today?
Homes for the blind? Oh, is someone there? Hello?
Here you go,
Oh,
friend.
bless you, mister. Truly, you're a saint. Yes, sir. There should be more people in the world like you. God bless. Please, can you spare some money for a blind man?
Oh, man, a couple counties over.
That's some kind of joke, Alfred.
Hello, welcome. What do you have playing today?
Oh, the Ghostly Serenade. Wonderful.
Ticket, please.
You'll find the show in either of the doors beside me.
Greetings and salutations, gentlefolk. This here's the story about a young couple from the village of Annisburg that was courting a few years after the Revolutionary War. Courting in the woods, as you know young people want to do. Stealing away all sneaky-like. Girl by the name of Ethel Beauchard snuck out of the parlor one evening just as soon as her mother went out to hang clothes on the line from the washing. She met up on the road by her farm with a boy by the name of Eugene Hutton. Now, the Hutton boy was an athletic chap, liked boxing, fishing, and swinging Indian clubs. It's quite singular to the story that he didn't seem all that inclined to go to war in the preceding years leading up. Well, they walked in the woods for a while. Pretty soon they lost their bearings and no longer knew the north from the south, nor east from west neither. Then they heard a low moaning sound.
What's that terrible noise?
She said all the truth. Must be a sick calf looking for its mama. They've been known to bawl like that. Let me take a look, said Eugene. Well, old Eugene went and disappeared around a tree, came out the other side, and gave her a terrible fright. Boom! She let out a shriek, then went to chastising.
You should be ashamed of yourself, Eugene Hutton,
She said,
Instead of giving a girl protection, you go carry on acting foolish and fresh like the Queen's prize jester.
But right then and there, a chilly wind blew through and knocked off Eugene's hat.
I need to get back home. My mama has a terrible temper. She's like to stomp up and down if she finds out we're missing.
She is a fair, stout woman, Eugene noted. But just then, before this couple of miscreants could head home, they heard the sound of heavy wheels, groaning, and people marching. The cacophony grew closer and closer, and through the fog they could make out the shapes of ghost horses pulling spectral cannons, and dead soldiers marching as if their graves could no longer contain them, each wearing a vile red coat. You will pay for your moral transgressions, the dead soldier howled, and cut his head clean off. Miss Beauchard shrieked in horror as Eugene's head landed right in her hands, his eyes still darting about, attempting to discern what horror had transpired. Little Miss Ethel Beauchard ran as fast as she could, stumbling and getting caught on trees as she tore through the forests. Terrified for her life, the dead soldiers marching after, hungry for blood. When she returned home, she told the people of the village that an army of the dead had taken Eugene within the confines of the fog. British soldiers who died protecting tyranny were rising from their graves as if to continue the fight for the demonic English. The townspeople erupted in fright and dismay until one daughter came forth and accused her of witchcraft. She raised the dead to murder that boy for his pursuit of unwanted advances, he said. So she too must perish. And that very night, they put her to the stake and burned her dead. Now let that be a lesson to you young ones not to go courting in the woods, in case the English lurk there still.
Good to see you. Come back for another one.